if I were to start again, I wouldn't go into. Don't get me wrong, I'd still be involved in property, but I think the business opportunity at the moment, which I'm seeing other businesses do, is helping businesses get ahead with AI by literally just going in there, mapping out their workflow, providing options using AI of what tools are best, whether they're bespoke or off the shelf, and then helping them actually project manage and implement those in the business. Because there's so many business owners out there, just like what Stuart said, they just don't have the energy. They just don't have the energy to want to do that because they've already got something. Unless someone's going to come in and do it for them, which they're interested in.
Yeah, I had a friend that was working trying to sell software. This was 10 years ago to solicitors, but they're so embedded with the way they do stuff. It's like banging your head against a brick wall. You can't get them to change the basics. So you've got businesses that are established. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So that's the crack. But once it is cracked and becomes so easy, like you pick up your phone and it can just fucking do the whole thing for you.
I think there's a lot of small businesses that don't want to be improved. They just like what they like.
Change, yeah.
There's a lot of lifestyle businesses, and we would go in with a sensible head and be like, "Oh, change that, change that, change that." But they're just like, "No, we get enough. We produce enough product. We sell enough. We're happy."
Yeah, I know a handful of people like that.
The problem with the business that you just talked about, Dorian, is I actually don't think you'd end up doing that. I think you would run a business that has AI advantages in it to sell a product, because what you're saying you would do is being paid for your time, which isn't a very good business to be in.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't stay in a business where I'm exchanging my time for money. I would get out of that very, very, very quickly because
Either your time or staff's time, it's still being paid for time, which isn't a service business, isn't.
well, I don't know. I would argue that because you can have a service-based business, but more like productize it, where everything comes back to time in some essence. So I would more like, I wouldn't bill out per hour. I would bill per project, and I would make sure that it's like your surveying business. You're given a price for it, but there's still time involvement in it. But you're not saying, "Oh, my surveyor's £25 an hour, and I'm going to mark it up, so that's how I'm going to calculate my rate." It's more like, that's going to be £1,500 or £2,000, and the goal is for him to do that as fast as possible or as minimum time as possible, whilst achieving the quality and outputs, etc., and the margin. Try to better the margin that way.
If you enjoy content like this, then make sure you go and subscribe to the Ground Up Podcast.